So, what causes aggression, right? So, we talked about aggression in our neuroscience lecture, and we linked the amygdala to aggression, but that's not it. Now, I will define aggression as any act that is intended to harm or destroy. It could be physical, it could be verbal. Not every aggressive act is physical. It could be relational aggression, right? So we talked about the amygdala, but we're also trying to figure out what the genetic markers are for aggression, right? So is it possible that there are genes connected to aggression? And what I will tell you is that with all psychological phenomenon, we have something called polygenetic inheritance. So it's rarely one singular gene at play for a behavioral manifestation. So if there are genes linked to aggression, it's many genes, and it's how they interact with one another. And to make matters even more complex, when we talk about genes, uh, the expression of genes is not simple. Genes have to be activated or turned on or turned off. So even if a person has a genetic predisposition for aggression, that doesn't mean necessarily they're going to be aggressive. Hormones are linked to aggression. So testosterone is linked to aggression. What we see is that because the higher concentration of testosterone in males, there's higher rates of aggression in males. But substances of abuse, drugs and alcohol in the blood can be linked to aggression. In fact, 2 out of every 3 cases of intimate partner violence, alcohol has some contribution to it. So, alcohol is a strong predictor of physical aggression. Now, so that's the biology. What about the environment? There are also environmental factors. I think I talked to you about ice cream sales and murders, right? And we talked about the correlation between the two. And we said, well, it isn't the ice cream sales that's causing these murders, but perhaps there's something else. And what we see is with high temperatures, that can lead to aggressive acts. So we tend to see a sharp increase in um, violent crimes like murder and rape with spikes in temperature. In baseball, we tend to see a greater number of batters hit by pitch when the temperatures increase. So there is a link between temperature and aggression. And there's also other factors at play. There's frustration aggression hypothesis from a psychological point of view. The more frustrated you are, the more you're going to lash out. And there are a whole host of others. I didn't cover everything, but this summary slide does a pretty good job at saying, well, what's driving aggressive behavior? So I'm going to stop there, and then I have some general announcements for the class.